I'm Kyle Cannillo with sports. The old cliche in football is that it's a game of inches, but to lose by 1 point and by 1 inch makes Penn State's loss last year to Indiana a fitting narrative. Tomorrow, the Nittany Lions have one thing on their mind: revenge. Thanks, guys. Penn State comes into today as heavy favorites over the RIT Tigers. Josie Boston, Penn State's netminder, has been sensational with a program best 8 shutouts, including 151 consecutive shutout minutes. Penn State women's volleyball is in the NCAA tournament for a 41st consecutive year. But the number 15 Nittany Lions are away from the friendly crowds of Rec Hall. They open the tournament this afternoon in Pittsburgh against Towson. The winner will face the winner of Pitt and UMBC tomorrow. State College High School finds itself in the state semifinals after pulling off not 1, not 2, but 3 upsets. This local Cinderella story hopes to have no end, but they'll need another team effort tomorrow to keep it alive. Welcome back to Bagula Ice Arena. My name is Kyle Cannillo alongside my broadcast partner Josh Bartosik. 1-1 the score between the visiting RIT Tigers and the hosting Penn State Nittany Lions. Kevin Wall's hat trick is the first Nittany Lion hat trick since Liam Folks back in November of 2019. Liam Folks had 3 goals in a 7-0 win versus Merrimack. And the hat's still raining down at Ice Arena. Despite outshooting their opponent in every game this season, the Nittany Lions are still looking for win number 1. Rutgers leads the all-time series 44-24, but the Nittany Lions are 5-3 under Jeff Tambroni as head coach. St. Lawrence, led by Chris Wells in his 14th season, 2012, he won National Coach of the Year. Enough said, they've come into Happy Valley and they put up a performance. Rachel Weiss gets her 8th of the season. Finally, Penn State up 1-0. Take another look at the goal, folks. What a snipe from the circle and a huge celebration for number 29. Penn State's going to a power play. This is an opportunity to really put the pressure on RIT, who hasn't seen much offense today. Take the multi-goal advantage would be huge for Penn State. Off of the tie-up, it is won by RIT. Taylor Sims around the back of the goal, clears it as far as center. Settled down by Heminger. Gangarosa gets it back, and backpedaling is Heminger. From their own end, Gangarosa with 14 to play in the third. 1-0 Nittany Lions, 1:45 to go in the power play. Jammed in by Gangarosa. Sims tries to clear the zone. Kept in by Julie Goff. Fastly controls, goal line extended far side. Settles things down, work to the back. Here's Goff. Quarterbacking the power play, Heminger looks to the near side. Now Heminger lets it fly, seeing eye through traffic. Coe read it the entire way.
I'd like to see a little bit more patience there on the Penn State offensive side. Buy a better look than that. I mean, you've got a lot of people to look at there. You take another look here. Just move it around, get a couple cutters going. I mean, for Coe, she's going to eat that up all day.
Yeah, anything that she's been able to see, practically she's been able to stop. Kiara Zanin nurses it back to the point. Zanin gets it back at the circle, winds it down low. Heising stashed in deep. Zanin from a tough angle rips a shot. Wallene sends it back to Uline, who commands far point. Walking the line, here's Lobdell near side. Lobdell thrown across to Kiara Zanin. Patty Kazmaier Award finalist as a freshman. Here's Natalie Heising, the senior on senior day. Uline with a one-timer gets blocked. Heising keeps it in. Heising with 1 minute to go in the power play. Throws it out front. Gets redirected behind the goal. Zanin to Heising. Thrown back to Uline, who controls at the point. Hovering is Heising. Uline from the circle. Shoots. Blocked to the corner again. RIT coming up with block after block, helping their goaltender Sarah Coe. Here is Zanin at the circle. Thinks about a shot. Weaves all the way to the near side. Slides it across. Uline. Lobdell can't control a pass. Now Zanin gets it back at the half wall. Stopping on a dime. Looks for a sending pass thrown out into the slot. It's rescued by Wallene and thrown back to the point. Lobdell stashed in deep. Here's Zanin. Controls behind RIT's cage. A backhand pass. Controlled by Wallene. Thrown back to Lobdell. To the corner. Zanin backdoor. Heising all alone in the slot. RIT gathers. Can they clear? And Lindsay Maloney cycles back in her own end and clears it the length of the ice. Great power play looks for the Nittany Lions as it's set to expire, but RIT comes up big.
Yeah, that was a lot better by Penn State in the last minute of that possession. Got some movement going, but still just couldn't capitalize.
Vaslet hauled down. Vestani controls for RIT, but Rachel Weiss says, I'll take that. Here is Garcia at the circle, feeds Rachel Weiss, who skates it forward. Maya Vaslet, the freshman, knifing her way through center, takes it wide and tries to muscle her way by Kyla Bear. Looking for a centering pass, takes it around the back of the goal. Vaslet still controls, circles the wagon, thrown in deep. Great possession time for the Nittany Lions. They really need another goal to give themselves some cushion. Great defense from Aquero and out of the zone. Here's Heminger. Makes a move around one. Heminger tries to drive towards the crease. A backhand shot is gloved by Coe. Good effort from Izzy Heminger.
Graceful movements there. You think she sleeps with those skates on? And that was just absolutely great movement there. Got really shifty inside. Bought herself a good look. But once again, Coe.
Down to one knee, she shot that towards goal. Coe's tracking everything, not going to be easy to beat her. Shots now 34-7 in favor of Penn State in full command. Here's Maeve Connolly, thrown back to the point. Gangarosa walks the line, lets it fly, loose in the slot, rescued by Penn State. Can they jam it in further? Here is Connolly, shoots one towards goal. Across the goal mouth, it goes wide. And Penn State putting on a tenacious forecheck, pinning RIT inside the zone. Connolly tries to shake McGormack, throws it out in front. Gangarosa pinching, a looping shot, just goes wide of the goal. Goff takes it away from Bailey Kale, out of the box, 5-on-5. 10 minutes and 56 seconds to go in the third period. Urgency rising for the Nittany Lions. RIT looking to escape. Thrown down low, falling down on the play is Goff. Arms of the officials stay down on a potential trip. A breakout pass through center, controlled by Connolly and nursed back to Gangarosa. Boy, Penn State's really turning it up a notch, Graham.
And they're bringing in some fresh legs here. This could be huge. Trying to turn up the intensity to another notch.
It only takes one mistake. Vestani doesn't have a stick. She'll have to soccer it, but it's taken away by Zanin and sent in by Jesse Burks. RIT will have to tag up. Vestani over the Penn State line. Controls right at the blue line, has to be careful not to put her team offside. Way to buy some time and space. Here is Bear. Her shot gets blocked to the corner, and Gangarosa takes back over. Onto the tape of Natalie Heising. What a senior send-off this would be if she could score. Zanin throws it back out in front in the skates of Zanin. To the corner. Jesse Burke tries to backhand it out of the zone. Now Aquero will throw it to her defense partner, Bear, but pinching on the play is lobbed out. Natalie Heising shoots from the circle. A chance out of nowhere. She can't get it on goal, however. Penn State really putting on the pressure on RIT.
And RIT had a chance to clear it there, but Heising came out of nowhere and really bought them another opportunity.
RIT is exhausted. They tried to get a change in before that icing, but the officials won't allow it.
Let's get it. Let's have a day. Let's have a day.
Star wide receiver JASHAUN Green and the State College Little Lions continue their historic season tomorrow as they take on Mount Lebanon in the state semifinals. After a 5-5 regular season, State High turned it up a notch in the playoffs, pulling off 3 upsets, including a last-second win over 12-1 Harrisburg last weekend. It's the deepest playoff run for the Little Lions since 2009.
One or done. It was like once we hit playoffs, it was either we turn our pads in or we keep playing and keep fighting.
Green leads the team in receptions and yards and is expected to get a hefty workload tomorrow. Head coach Matt LINTAL knows Mount Lebanon will be their toughest test yet. They are undefeated and Pennsylvania's top-ranked team.
So these kids have bought in, and no matter who's in the stands, no matter where we're playing, no matter what's going on, they believe in one another, and that's really been the difference.
State College might not be the most talented team, but when the going gets tough, experience and chemistry have played an important role.
We're playing team-oriented football in every phase and really complementary football, so we've established a real good run game on the offensive side. Defensively, we're playing lights out, and our kids are flying to the football.
With their backs against the wall, the mentality remains the same. One play at a time, and each play for each other. As Penn State prepares for Maryland, head coach James Franklin won't put to rest rumors of leaving and is holding his cards close yet again.
When you're in this position, is you want to be as truthful and transparent as you possibly can, but you also want to be respectful of all these groups that you work with and 4, and I think that's the challenge.
Another challenge? Recently, it's been winning. Penn State has lost 3 straight games. It's the longest losing streak since the beginning of last season. The Nittany Lions are 40-4 all-time against the Terrapins, but lost last season 35-19 at Beaver Stadium. Penn State opens up as a 10.5-point favorite thanks to a rejuvenating performance last week against Ohio State.
Voices and noise from the outside about this game is bigger than this game, and I think that's where you have to be careful. You get on an emotional roller coaster, so we try to keep it as consistent as we can.
One consistency is Penn State's red zone defense. Heading into this weekend, it's the best in the nation, with opponents scoring 8 touchdowns on 29 red zone trips.
When this defense is doing our job and executing and we don't have like any of the mental errors, any of the execution errors, I feel like we're one of the best in the country, and I feel like we've shown that.
Regardless of the struggles Penn State has battled this season, it's pretty clear that winning this weekend would naturally patch some wounds.
At the end of the day, no one cares. You just got to find a way to get it done.
Ball on the near hash at the 21-yard line. Clifford in the shotgun. Lovett again towards his right. He sends Parker from the near side to the far side. Penn State attacking towards our left. Now they send Washington back. Tight end Brenton Strange is right off of the O-line. Clifford takes the snap, waist high, hands it off to Lovett. Swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by Tyreek Smith. In on the tackle. Gain of nothing.
They've run the ball to John Lovett 3 of these 4 plays so far. Surely Mike Yursich has something else in that playbook to change it up.
2nd and 9 from the 23-yard line. Clifford in the shotgun. Lovett again towards his left. 2 wide receivers on either side. Clifford doesn't like what he sees. Ohio State showing pressure at the line of scrimmage. Play clock down to 15. Plenty of time if Nittany Lions want it. Now Clifford takes the waist-high snap. Steps up in the pocket, throws it over the middle. It's caught by Brenton Strange, but just short of the first down marker, so we'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Sean Clifford's first passing attempt is a completion over the middle. If they're going to lull the Ohio State defense asleep, these kind of short gains is how it's going to happen.
Nittany Lions have struggled on 3rd down this season, converting on 33% of their attempts. Ohio State fans on their feet. Ball at the near hash, 3 wide receivers to the far side. They need 2 yards to the 32. Clifford takes the snap, hands it up the middle for Lovett, who pounds his way past the first down marker and will get the sticks moving. Lovett has shown on the ground so far that he can move the chains.
That's Lovett's 4th rush so far in the game. Penn State is liking him on this drive.
Clifford takes the snap and hands it off to Lovett again. He runs off the left tackle, gain about 2 to the to the Penn State 37. Penn State working in tempo. Clifford in the shotgun again. 2 wide receivers to the near side. Takes the snap again, hands it off to Lovett. Swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Haskell Garrett in on the tackle for Ohio State, and it brings up a 3rd and 9.
I don't understand the decision to continue to run tempo there on 2nd and 8, just to run the ball up the middle. I get it works, but you've got a defense that's going to get real tired of this really fast if they continue operating under this.
Penn State in a bunch set. Ball placed at the center of the field. Clifford in the shotgun. He has Lovett once again towards his right. Clifford claps his hands, fans on their feet. Clifford back to pass, looks to the near side. It's caught by Keandre Lambert-Smith to the 50, down into Ohio State territory to the 48-yard line. Keandre Lambert-Smith comes up with a catch. Nice throw by Clifford in the pocket. They run tempo. Clifford again on the near hash. 3 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Clifford takes the snap again, steps up in the pocket, looks to go long. He'll have to scramble to the right side, tosses it out of bounds over the head of Lovett, and so that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Let's look at that play. You talked about it. Penn State wanted to go long. Sean Clifford wanted Jahan Dotson on the right side of the field. He had a step on his corner. There was a safety lurking, though. Probably best Clifford didn't throw that ball.
The key for Penn State is to get their playmaker Jahan Dotson involved, an explosive player, and was a beast against Ohio State last year with 3 touchdowns in the loss. Clifford in the shotgun on the near hash. Penn State traversing towards our left with 7:18 to go in the first quarter. 3 wide receivers to the far side. Clifford takes the snap. 3-step drop. Will step up in the pocket. He's looking long once again. Over the middle. He got his man. It's Parker Washington. Steps around 1. Down to the 20. 15. Pushed out of bounds on the near side. A huge gain for the Nittany Lion offense. Now in the red zone.
How about it? Sean Clifford, 3 of 4 so far in the game. He looks healthy. He looks good. We're going to have to see if they can keep this pace up throughout the game because they're getting players open over the middle. A weakness that could be exploited with this Ohio State defense with how many linebackers are brand new to the team.
We talked about it pregame, Derek, that the Ohio State linebacker core is a bit inexperienced. Penn State now set to the line of scrimmage at the Ohio State 16 in the red zone. Clifford with 3 wide receivers to the far side. They throw it out to Kevon Lee in the flat. Kevon Lee makes a man miss down the right sideline to the 10, 5, and he gets pushed out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Penn State with a 1st and goal off of a Kevon Lee 12-yard gain.
Yeah, Penn State has looked good. That is their 5th first down on the game. And then this drive, slowly moving down the field, is exactly what Mike Yurcich wants to do. And he's doing exactly what they schemed all week right now.
Nittany Lions, heavy underdogs. This is where they need to make it count. They have 12 touchdowns on 24 trips in the red zone this season. 1st and goal from the 5. Clifford in the shotgun in a bunch set formation. He sends his man, Jahan Dotson, in motion. Fakes the handoff to Dotson. Throws it over the middle. It's caught by Brenton Strange. Reaching to the goal line. He's got it. Touchdown, Penn State. Brenton Strange gets Penn State on the board first, up 6-0.
The white shirts around the stadium are going crazy for that one as Brenton Strange catches his 3rd touchdown on the year. It was a great play. It seemed like a busted play. There was so much coverage over there, but Sean Clifford able to wheel in and find that little gap to the tight end.
Fake the handoff to Dotson, rolled right and found, like you said, Brenton Strange in a soft spot in the defense. So now extra point attempt on for the Nittany Lions. Jordan Stout to kick it for Penn State. Nittany Lions looking to go up 7-0 on the road in Columbus. Snap is good, hold is good, laces out, up and good. So the Nittany Lions make it a 7-0 lead with 6:08 to go in quarter number 1. We'll step aside for a quick break. Penn State on top, 7-0.